Okay, let's see what we can do here. This is a response to Omniverse, who posted a video that says atheists are stupid. Now, in a certain respect, there is truth in what you say. Some atheists are stupid, but to generalize like that is a little bit off, I think. When it comes down to it, it is a question you pose, which I've heard posed by other people as well, and that is, what's the point? It depends on you. What's your point? What do you want? What are you going to do? What is your direction? To say that atheists are stupid is to say something that really has no real. I mean, what you're doing is you're saying, okay, there's this label, and this is what I want to use as my guide. Don't use it as a guide. Atheism is not an ideology. It's not something that it's not a set of ideas to guide a person's life. It's just specific to one particular aspect of a person's life. It says, well, in my case, I have a specific reason for being considered an atheist. And there can be as many reasons for being an atheist as there are atheists. So it doesn't really do much good to look at a person and look at their title and automatically impose some sort of label to ascribe to it, such as stupid, smart, whatever the case may be. Examine the person. Find out what the person is. Don't use these bloody labels. Labels are okay in a certain respect. They only give you a partial answer. Um, you need to examine them a little bit deeper than that. People are a little bit more complex than that. To say the person is an atheist doesn't give you the where all and the be all about what the person is. It takes a little bit more than that. It took a long time for me to learn this. And when it comes down to saying, oh, you've talked all the talk and there's nothing more to look at, I don't find it works that way. I think it's much more fascinating to look at each individual, because each individual progresses at a different rate, and each individual has different reasons for being where they are. So if you have an idea and you want to express it to an individual, and to have that individual react to it, I'm interested in that response. I like hearing what the person says, because maybe they never heard of it before, or maybe they heard it before in a different context and can relate that to me, and I can have a different understanding of it. But to me, any kind of discussion, if I'm putting something out there, I'm putting out where I am. I'd like to progress from there. If somebody else can look at that and say, well, what about this or what about that, as a perspective, an altered perspective to that, that interests me, because that can give me possibly a correction of where I am, and say, okay, maybe this isn't a good path to take. Maybe there's another thing that I wasn't looking at before that's quite valid, and I could pursue it in a different direction. That might give me a little bit further to go than I presently have. So, atheists are stupid? No, I don't buy it. People can be stupid, that's fine. As you said, you find equal amounts of problems involved with whether the person is a theist or not. And a theist can be a theist for in the same light as an atheist, as I said before, that if a person is an atheist, they can be an atheist for as many reasons as there are atheists, and there can be a person can be a theist for as many reasons as there are theists. So take your choice from there. Don't put such limitations on people. They aren't that limited. They're much broader than that. That's all I can think of for the moment. Let's see what you think of that. Okay.